You should record. I don't know why you're not. You said you were ready 6 minutes ago.
No, I said I sent you the link 6 minutes ago, and you were acting like it wasn't there.
You're right.
I was telling you I sent the link.
Are you recording it?
I hit record.
You did?
But I don't want this in the podcast if you're eating. Kevin, we go through this every week.
This episode of the podcast is sponsored
You're
by
going
Kevin's
to podcast rehab.
breakfast sandwich.
And it's all about not eating on the podcast.
Made 5 minutes ago.
Joe Rogan is there, and
On a delicious
other
pumpernickel bagel.
podcasters. Amy Poehler is there from her podcast, and they tell
2
you not
eggs.
to eat on the podcast.
Fresh cheese.
Brendan Lee Mulligan is there, and he tells you
It's
not
delicious.
to eat on the podcast.
He eats all the time. He eats all the
Yeah,
time.
but not on a
That's
podcast.
canon.
Not on podcast. See, tricked you. He eats on D&D, but he doesn't eat on a podcast.
He
Oh
could,
my
though.
God, it's hanging out of your mouth.
It was delicious.
God. Welcome to the UnPop podcast. We are professionals on every level.
So good.
No, we're not. Can I tell you
So
a story
professional?
while you stuff your face?
You're going to have to.
I'm planning on it. I got yelled at yesterday.
For stuff in your face?
No, I got yelled at by a homeless person.
For stuff in your face?
No. Why? No.
Tell your story.
Well, stop interrupting me.
'Kay.
Okay. No, okay. So yesterday, I'm working, and, part of my job now, besides doing marketing and stuff, is I do, I guess you'd call it, sales. I guess it's the category I put it under. And so the company I work for here where I live in Colorado, I don't want to give it out, is locally owned and operated for over 40 years. We've partnered with a hardware store that has been locally owned and operated in the area for over 70 years.
What's the
And
hardware
so-
store called?
McGuckins.
Okay.
Isn't it? That's a good name. I love that name. The grandson of the guy who started the store now runs it. He's as old as the store. The guy's 70 and the store turned 70 this year, which I think is really cool. Yeah, so it's been in the family for a long time. Actually, that guy left and ran another business, and then when his dad retired, he came back and took it over. So it wasn't like he went out and proved himself before he took it over. But anyways, so this is like a really high foot traffic area, especially on Saturdays because Colorado University, people love that football team even though they suck. They're like 2-4. So I'm just like people get hyped. So anyways, we're there to, because I work for an HVAC and plumbing company. We're there to answer questions and if people need services and that's how I make my commission. I get to talk to the community. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this. When
Ask
you hear HVAC and plumbing, because you're not a homeowner and I'm not a homeowner, if somebody at Costco or in front of a thing was like, hey, do you need HVAC or plumbing? You, not being a homeowner, would probably say no, right?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, right. Even as a renter myself, I'm not going to go up to a random HVAC company and be like, yeah, come work on my apartment, because that's not how it works, right? Mm-hmm. So this guy who starts walking up to where the path is in front of the building, the opening, the big entrance, right?
Yeah.
And I could already tell that obviously something was off. And I'm not insulting this person in the sense of what their mental state is. I'm not here to talk about that. This story is meant to be funny because it made me laugh. So this is not me taking a dig at anybody that has, mental health issues or a serious crisis here in this country. I'm not making fun of that. And I'm not saying
You're
not coming after
towing the line of a hot take.
Yes.
But keep going.
But this guy starts walking up, and he's mumbling to himself. He's like, fuck this. Fuck you. You don't think I fucking care? I don't fucking care. I'll fuck you up. I don't fucking care. And I was
Obviously not
sick,
talking
dude.
to you.
Now, here's the thing, though. This guy is wearing
wait, was
a
he talking
Guns
to
N'
you?
No. He was just talking to
Okay.
himself. He's wearing a Guns N' Roses shirt, just the most skater ripped jeans ever. He's got older shoes on. He's carrying 2 skateboards, Kevin.
Hell
one
yeah.
under each arm with a
Hell
big
yeah.
backpack and a backwards hat. And so he puts one skateboard down and starts riding on it. And he rides in front of me and he stops and he turns and he's like, what's all this? Because I have a table with a banner and we have one of those spinning wheels so people can win prizes because I'm giving out gift cards and stuff.
I want you to really paint this picture. Exactly how far did he have to ride the board to get to you?
About 5 feet.
So the man gets on a board, dramatically
Yeah.
pulls up 5 feet in front of him on you, stops, and says, what's all this?
He goes, yep.
Love it.
Just stops mumbling to himself and just bing, what's this? And I was like, oh, and I already know this guy's not a homeowner. I can already tell this isn't somebody that's going to, like, actually, because you can just tell. Like, here where I live, you can tell who's a homeowner and who's not. Like,
you mean double skateboards, Guns N' Roses shirt isn't a homeowner?
No. If you're not over the age of 50 in Boulder, Colorado, you're probably not a homeowner.
Okay.
So he's like, what's this? And I was like, oh, like, who we are. We've been around 40 years. We're an HVAC and plumbing company here to help with any of your home service needs. I say home service needs, and it's like a switch goes off in this guy's head. Now, keep in mind, there are other people around. Like, it isn't just me and him. Like, there's people walking up from the parking lot. There's people walking out of the main double doors. Like, there are people around. So
yeah,
this
you're
guy,
in public.
Very. This is like the heart of Boulder.
Okay.
So it's like a switch. I say home service needs, and he goes, do you fucking think I own a home? Do I look like I own a home? How dare you fucking say I own a home? This is insulting. You're insulting. You're attacking me right now. And
Wow.
I'm just like, I'm stunned.
You fell for it, man. You took the bait. You answered a question.
Walking next, I hear him
Sometimes
go,
in life you can't answer the question. It's just that was it. He was ready. He was ready to unload on anything that you could have been like. He could have been like, "What's all this?" And you could have been like, "Well, actually,
we're giving away free turtles."
Well, actually, this is Habitat for Humanity, and he would have been like, "You think I fucking need help?" Like,
no, you're totally right. So on my table, I have like pins and chip clip magnets and like brochures. This man grabs 2 chip clips, puts them in his pocket, grabs a pin, takes a couple of my pamphlets about our membership program, and goes, fuck you, dude, and gets on his skateboard and goes to skate off and hits one of the poles that stops people from going too far in the parking lot, drops his other skateboard, turns around, looks at me and goes, fuck you, dude, picks up both his skateboards and starts to power walk away.
Wow.
Can't make this shit up, dude. And I'm just like, all I said to him was literally, I was just like, oh, okay. And then he walked away, and this one guy next to me off to the left was just laughing, and I looked over him, and I was like, I don't know what he thought HVAC and plumbing was going to be. And that guy was like, yeah, I don't know. And I was like, are you a homeowner? And he was like, no. And I was like, all right. And I just went back to talking to other people. And that was my interaction yesterday.
This is like one of those punctual moments in the beginning of like a sitcom or comedy show,
Yeah,
like,
then the intro comes up.
Beep, 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 beep. Which is what we're going to do right now, because I finished eating my bagel. Your story took exactly the amount of time that it took me to eat a bagel. And fuck you for judging the time that I eat breakfast, Odie. You know what? Give me a couple of those fucking clips and a couple fucking pamphlets. I'm out of here.
Fuck you, dude.
Dong.
How dare you think I eat? I'm just surprised
That's
that it's
instant karma for psychosis is what that is. Like
oh yeah.
He chose okay. Being in a mental state, not your choice, right?
Oh yeah.
Sometimes the things that you do in that mental state, not your choice. However, hopping on that skateboard and not looking ahead of you before you do, very much a choice.
Yeah, because those poles are they're parking space. Because where I'm at, the parking spaces are right there, so they're evenly they're everywhere, right?
Little did you know, he was actually talking to the previous pole that he had run into before he came up to you. He was like, I'll fuck you up, dude. And then he ran into another and was like, they're ganging up on me today.
But I think my favorite part of this whole interaction, because it's so funny to me, is the fact that he had 2 skateboards.
I love that for him.
That's so awesome.
I like to think he won the second one in a skate competition. This is you didn't encounter a homeless person. You encountered the victim of the skateboard industry's callousness, as he was once slated to be the most radical and gnar of dudes. And he's now having a hard time coping. That's a skateboard joke. He's now having a hard time coping with the harsh reality that sponsorships aren't all they're cracked up to be.
Well, I gave him your number since you're teaching people how to skateboard, so you should expect a call from him.
Perfect.
You're going to teach him how to skateboard.
It's going to be me, this guy, and 2 8-year-old twin boys. I love that. That's
great.
This is a movie starring fucking Zack Galifianakis. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Skateboard Wish, and you're just there to help.
Okay, now you just made it like a early 90s low-budget Disney film.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
I've got a skateboard wish, Dad, but the bully next door says I can't
I'm too busy
fulfill
working,
it.
son.
Oh, Dad! And then Zack Galifianakis shows up, and he's like, well, I could help you with your skateboard wish. You piece of shit.
You piece of shit. Fuck you, stupid kid.
I'll fuck you up. You ready to clap?
I'm ready to clap.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of the UnPop podcast. We have run out of sponsorships this week. I am your Capitan, Kevin Miner. He, him, with you, with me, with you, and with me as always.
With all of us listeners, I'm hearing.
With you,
I'm here in your hearts. I'm here in your kitchen. If you wake up at midnight, I'll be there cooking you pancakes.
All right, hold on. No, that wasn't a mistake. We're gonna lean into it. All right.
Okay.
Cue up the holy music. Welcome back to the UnPop podcast. I am your host, Kevin Miner, and Captain. He, him. With me, as always, is.
Thank you, Brother Kevin. I am Odie Matthews, the chef, cooking up the delicious communion wine and wafers. They he.
That's wonderful. I'm not your fucking brother. I am the captain. I'm the captain.
Well, no, because
you can't.
I was leaning into the brother.
I had a whole
brother
thing. No. Why would our why? Okay. If we're gonna have a religion, I'm still the captain. There's no brothers.
Okay, sorry. Here, I'll do it again. Ready? I'll do it again.
Same caste system.
I'll do it again. Ready? Okay. Thank you, brother Captain Kevin.
No.
Just put that in instead of my brother one.
Fuck
brother
that.
Captain Kevin.
No news. We're going to the news.
No news. All right, on to the movie.
No. No comma. News.
You enjoying this so far?
This is gonna be a pod. Hey.
Yeah, baby. It's the UnPop news coming at you fresh and hot from the command deck of the SS Marlon Brando. Let's see what this week had in store.
What do you got?
Have I told you that every week I'm amazed that anybody listens to this?
I'm amazed our listenership grows.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Hey, good on all you guys. Enjoy your double skateboard week.
Fuck you, actually. No, I'm just kidding. I love all of you equally, I think. Plausible deniability. Kevin, we have a lot of news. Like, a lot.
Oh, all right. How much? How much would it weigh?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 pounds.
It's not a lot of news. It's not.
Well, it's a lot of news.
Crazy news for you. I can lift all that.
Really?
Yeah, you ready?
Dude, no.
I'll lift 10 pounds right now.
Yeah, do it. Diane Keaton died at 79. That's really sad. We don't really talk about when famous people die. Kevin's laughing. Don't laugh.
I'm still laughing from the previous bit. I'm sorry, Diane. Your death. The news of your death came at an inopportune moment.
I mean, I did set it up. I did kind of just throw it
Kevin,
at you.
Now that you're laughing, Diane Keaton died.
Got him. Get him canceled. Canceled, everybody. Get him.
Oh, Diane. Sorry. Okay.
But yeah.
Hold on. Holy music again. A moment of silence for crewmate Diane Keaton on the UnPop vessel. I am, of course, your captain and not brother, as I should remind you, Kevin Miner, he, him, and I will pass it off now to Chef Odie.
Thank you, brother Kevin.
No!
Diane Keaton.
No! What? You know what? I got to come up with a punishment. We're building a religion now. I got to come up with a punishment for that shit. All right, Diane Keaton, pass.
Yeah, I wanted to mention that we don't really dwell on, when anybody passes away, but I really like Diane Keaton. I'm a big fan of a lot of her movies.
What was your favorite thing she did?
She's a legend, obviously.
What was your favorite thing she did?
Probably the joke in Brooklyn Nine-Nine where Boyle says, I have a Diane Weist infection. That's my favorite thing.
You said you were a big fan of all of her movies. And I ask you what her favorite thing is what your favorite thing is that she did, and you say the reference in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Well, yeah, but honestly, it's probably Father of the Bride.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Which Father of the Bride?
I like all three of them. I'm
Okay.
a Steve Martin fan. Like, I'm not afraid to admit that. I know it's like a hot take to be a Steve Martin fan, but
The next Father of the Bride is going to be Father of the Bride. I need to convince my daughter to stop having children. Like that's
God. All right, I've got a new segment for you in the news, and it's called. Let's talk about that real quick.
Okay, let's talk about that
Ready?
real quick. Yeah.
Let's talk about that real quick. Mortal Kombat 3 got greenlit, even though Mortal Kombat 2 was pushed back to 2026. It was supposed to come out in November. Mortal Kombat 3 with the same director, same writer, and pretty much the same cast, including Carl Urban, is happening moving forward.
I hate whoever that lucky film test audience was that greenlit this shit for producers. Like they were like, this must have had the most crazy array of 20 people watching this in a theater, and then they must have all stood up and clapped at the end or something.
Well, we know that Mortal Kombat 2 was only pushed back by Warner Brothers because they made so much money off of all their other releases this year that they're saving it to be a big hit next year.
They were like, we don't know how much we're gonna make next year. We gotta hold
they've
off.
got Supergirl too next year,
which
so
is great. I think that's gonna. Millie Alcock and Carl Urban are gonna make them swaths of money.
There we go.
I feel
number
like
2.
there's another way that this got greenlit, and it was that Carl Urban had such a good time playing Johnny Cage that somewhere in the not too distant past, there was a boardroom where Carl Urban had a closed hand around some executive's neck going, greenlight it. You're going to greenlight it.
Kevin, we're in this segment. Let's talk about that real quick.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're ruining my segment,
I'm
Kevin.
done talking about it.
Jumanji
Take
4
it on,
starts
crewmate
filming
Odie.
in November.
Wait, what?
Jumanji 4 starts filming in November.
Wasn't
Did
Diane
you know?
Keaton supposed to be in that?
Yeah, she was. She was the Jumanji.
I thought she was just going to be a reference, Odie. You love that.
She was the board game.
You love that. All right, Jumanji 4 with
Jack Black, The Rock, Karen Gillan. Who's the other one in that?
New Jumanji 3, Total Jumanji 4.
Oh,
I was like,
sorry.
did
New
I miss
Jumanji
3?
So Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle came out in 2017. Jumanji The Next Level came out in 2019. So
both are good.
This one will be 7 to 8 years afterwards.
Okay.
Real quick, for those that don't remember, the second one, Welcome to the Next Level Jungle, ended with the Jumanji world coming into the real world. So very Tron-esque.
Very. Why would you call it Tron? It's classic Jumanji.
Well, no,
it's
I'm just
the
making a reference.
classic.
It's a
Jumanji.
call forward, Kevin. It's a call
not
forward.
Tron-esque. Okay.
It's a call forward. I didn't even know they were making a fourth one, but that's cool. We're happy with that.
I hope The Rock comes in as the smashing machine in this, and that everybody has an emotional ride that they weren't prepared for, because that was good. Yeah.
And then the last bit let's talk about that real quick. We just got confirmation that Spider-Man 4, which is called Brand New Day, is going to be directly connected to Daredevil Season 2.
Oh, thank God.
Right?
Daredevil Season 2, why didn't we invite him all along?
Yeah. Daredevil, I've been here the entire time.
Daredevil, why have I not noticed there are other superheroes in this world?
We talked about that when we talked about Daredevil. I'm like, where's all the other New York superheroes?
That was honestly that question, I'm not going to let it ruin Daredevil for me, but it kind of that's so many Marvel shows, there's one question that just unravel, it's spaghetti.
Oh, easily.
It's just it's this nice little ball of spaghetti that you take out of the fridge, and that one question is just a little bit of warm water and just goes falls apart.
Did you see the Minecraft movie this year?
Hold on, I dropped my mic.
I saw that.
All right.
Professionals.
What?
Did you see Minecraft?
No.
Okay. You're going to have to watch that at some point, by the way.
Because of Steve and chicken. There's a chicken.
Chicken
lava
jockeys.
chicken.
Lava chicken.
Okay.
Steve's lava chicken.
There it is. You did it. I haven't seen it, so I didn't know the bit.
We did it. This is
I don't know what's
interesting.
more entertaining, you knowing the bit or me trying to put it together.
Okay. Speaking of, so I have a bit in my house about Minecraft. I have sat down with my partner. I think now we're up to 6 separate times to watch the Minecraft movie over the course of the last few months. Yeah. And every time we watch it for about 10, maybe 15 minutes before Goose looks at me and goes, I can't watch this anymore. Because something so stupid happens that they're like, we got to watch something else. And then a few weeks will go by and we'll try it again. We'll get I think we're at the hour and 15 minute mark after 5 or 6 attempts to watch this movie together.
I love that.
But the news is, and this is interesting to me, Minecraft 2 not only was greenlit and confirmed, but has started pre-production, and it's coming out in 2027. Now, that's not the interesting bit of news. What's interesting about that is it is coming out the same day as The Simpsons 2, which means, Kevin, just like we got Barbenheimer, we are now going to get Simpsoncraft.
Oh, cool.
Isn't that interesting?
I mean, what are they... Yeah, it's going to be just as big as Barbenheimer.
Easily.
Get out. No.
Because the kids will go see Minecraft
close.
2 and the parents will go see Simpsons 2. So it's perfect.
Do you think Minecraft can replicate? Cuz really what is Minecraft the movie? It's it's nothing. It's a giant reference piece to a thing that people love. Do you think they can replicate that for the second one?
Okay, so
as someone who's seen the movie.
Yeah, and I think, so I was thinking about this already when I saw this news. I think when Super Mario 2, the Super Mario Galaxy movie comes out, if that one still performs well, even though a lot of people around the first one said, hey, this is bad, but if that one still does well because kids still want to go see it, I think Minecraft 2 will still I don't think it'll make $1 billion like the first one, but I think if we see sequels for kids movies start to do well like Super Mario, I think Minecraft 2 will do well just strictly for the fact that kids will go see it, because that's who primarily saw the first one. And curious adults like myself.
Yeah. The only thing that I really know and have ever found fascinating or interesting about Minecraft that I actually really enjoy is Minecraft has created a mega server litmus test for authoritarian governments, in that there was a library that was built inside of Minecraft that has access to books that are typically banned in other countries, and then the countries that are discovering that this library exists that are leaning authoritarian and don't want people to read these books are now blocking that server. So it's good way to find out if your government doesn't have your best interest in mind is log into that.
Spoiler alert, they probably don't.
Yeah, spoiler alert, government sucks.
All of them.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting. Minecraft 2. Another little tidbit. We got double Oceans news. So Oceans 14. Bradley Cooper said the script is done. They're probably gonna. This was his words. We're probably gonna get funding to start shooting it next year.
Why?
Oceans 14, baby.
Dude, just fund it yourself with all your tequila money and shoot it at your house in fucking. On the Amalfi Coast in Italy. You can do this, George.
Brad Pitt's got his F1 money. Just
go fucking shoot it, man. What are you even doing? This could be a high-budget independent film. Instead, he's we're going to find funding. Okay. From
a studio.
Where are you going to find funding, George? Yeah, but, that's insanity. Because this is obviously a vanity project at this point. Ocean's fucking 14? You're not even doing a heist anymore. This is just a mob rush for some goods.
Kevin, I've only seen 11, 12, and 13. What's 1 through 10 like?
11 is already a lot of people for a heist. 11 is a lot of people for a heist. But Reservoir Dogs showed that even with fucking 7, it's going to go bad. Yeah.
Army of Dead with Dave Bautista shows that if you have too many people, it's too many zombie cannon fodder. So.
There's so many Ocean's fucking movies, and it's why? I get that sequentially, you're going up, and so of course there's gonna be another. It's gonna be his son. He's gonna be he's gonna take over the business. Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
I'm just
Do you
flabbergasted.
think do you want them to tie in the characters from Ocean's 8 because
the ladies,
one of those
who did it with less than 11?
Yeah, they did it with 8 people. Catwoman in that movie, what's her name? Oh my god. I can't
Catwoman?
think. The girl that plays Catwoman, she's in that movie. She's
Zoe Kravitz?
No.
Halle Berry?
No. The one from The Dark Knight Rises. What is her name? Not Anna Kendrick. Fucking what is this actress's name that I'm thinking of?
Who plays Catwoman in The Dark Knight Rises?
Oh my god, this sucks. Now I gotta look this up.
What are you talking about? Look, there's only one movie that exists in that trilogy, and it's The Dark Knight, and everybody saw it. The Dark Knight. And everybody saw it, and I got to see it extra times.
Anne Hathaway.
There it is.
But she's not the one I'm thinking of. Sandra Bullock plays Debbie Ocean in Ocean's 8. Which I think she's like Danny's sister, maybe.
Is Anne Hathaway in Ocean's 8?
She is. She's just the right character.
Okay.
Do you want them to tie in anything from Ocean's 8?
I want them to just don't. I want them to not do Oceans anymore.
Oh, so
I want them to
want?
just write another like heist thriller. Give it a different name. Do something fucking different. You know, because like, here's the thing: that like in the Oceans universe, they've already successful. Like, what are they gonna do? Be like, you lost all your money that you've ever garnered. I guess you're gonna have to go steal it. You know, like
steal NFTs.
Like, I guess you're gonna have to use all of your friends who are apparently the best thieves in the entire world, and no one's ever gotten better than them. And you're gonna have to go steal some stuff. You know, like.
Well, yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I'm just holding my hand. I'm shrugging.
Let me ask you this.
Hard shrugging from me on this one.
Would this make it better? How about a movie with Margot Robbie and potentially Bradley Cooper,
Diane Keaton,
about a prequel to Oceans, because that's what we're getting. We're getting an Oceans prequel, Kevin.
That's Oceans 14 is the prequel?
No, we're getting Oceans 14 and an Oceans prequel with Margot Robbie and her production company, Lucky Buck.
Really?
Doing a prequel. It was originally going to have Ryan Gosling. Apparently, he's no longer like interested. It might be Bradley Cooper. It's going to be set in 1969, apparently.
I hate this.
It's going to be Danny's grandpa or something.
Thanks, I hate it. Move on.
All right, how about this? We all love live-action Disney movies.
I love how the news section is now just you go, how about this, Kevin? Do you like this?
You know that bit in It's Always Sunny where Charlie keeps handing him papers?
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't need those. And he just keeps handing him papers. That's me with you.
I don't need them. All right, keep going.
We all love live-action Disney movies. Snow White.
Sure.
Other ones, you know.
Sure.
I can't think
sure
of
we
others.
do. Cinderella, Snow White, The Lion King, but like not real lions.
All of them. Lilo and Stitch. There was the.
You know what was actually Beauty and the Beast was actually pretty good.
Yeah, that one wasn't bad.
That was pretty good.
How about a live-action Tangled movie with Scarlett Johansson as one of the roles, but not Tangled?
Tell me who the leads are and all. I'm not okay.
That's all we know. Nobody's been cast as the Tangled person. I've never seen Tangled.
So Scarlett Johansson's going to be the mom.
Yeah, like the evil mom or whatever.
Okay, cool. I'm cool with that. Cool.
Yeah.
Play a villain.
If she was Rapunzel, that would be weird.
Do your thing, ScarJo. Play a villain. You know, have fun.
Did she ever play villains?
No.
Oh,
not often. So do it.
I don't think she ever.
I think that'd
really
be good.
has.
If she's the villain and we get two very okay, it's a musical, right? It's Tangled.
Mm-hmm.
If we get celebrities who are not confirmed to be fucking phenomenal singers, just no.
Well,
I'll
okay. How about
skip.
this though?
You know,
because Beauty and the Beast, Emma Watson went to she had to take singing lessons in order to do that movie,
and then was great because she did it.
So here's the fan cast that everybody wants for live action Tangled. I think that this person's too old, but everybody wants Sabrina Carpenter.
No, that would be good. No, that
would be good.
Yeah,
it would be really good.
Okay, if our girl Sabrina, let's be real, like diva scale. You and I think our love for divas starts with Sabrina, right?
I love Sabrina Carpenter.
For me, it very quickly ventures into Jessie Reyez, Kaliuchis, fucking Kalani, but like.
And then Lindsay Lohan and Mean Girls.
No.
That's the peak.
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Why?
No?
Why would you do
I don't
that?
know.
Because it was October 3rd recently?
Yeah, it was.
Get out of here.
I recently watched Mean Girls.
Full Metal Alchemist has the better October 3rd reference. Anyway, Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay. But yeah, live action Tangled. Sure, why not, Disney? All the other ones seem to do so well at the box office, and everybody loves Snow White.
I feel like Snow White sucked. But okay. There is an opportunity to do some of them live. Like, okay, Maleficent was a different take on Sleeping Beauty. And let's be, like, I'll be honest with you. The age that this is for, like, were I a kid, I would fucking love Maleficent. I would have loved it.
She's a dragon.
I thought it was fine, as an adult. But I would have loved it as a kid, And, like, so that's cool. And then Beauty and the Beast, I loved having Emma Watson as Belle. Like, that was perfect. Like, forget Josh Gad, who is a phenomenal singer.
Josh Gad,
who is
Luke Evans
a fucking
is in
Broadway actor.
Dude,
Dan
Stevens is the Beast.
Everybody
it's a good movie.
in that can sing. And so, like, you have this beautiful movie that came out of that. And then, like, it was like Disney was like, that was great. Let's never do that again. You know, like...
Never repeat the same thing twice.
I feel like if Tangled ends up being good, and like really, I'm gonna judge the movie solely on the thieves' den number that happens, like with all the scoundrels. Like that's my favorite part of the entire fucking. Like that's what I want. I want that part of the movie to just,
Oh, okay. I need to watch it. I guess
You've never seen Tangled?
Nah,
dude. Flynn Rider is like
from Tron.
No, from fucking Tangled. He's a good he's like a really good Disney prince because he like doesn't want to be a prince. He's like a ne'er-do-well.
Yeah, but he's played by a douchebag. He's played by Zachary Levi.
I didn't know that actually.
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention to that.
Okay, the reason hang on. The reason I know that is because I think it was like a while back when he was still not relevant, but like he hadn't completely gone off the deep end after Shazam 2 bombed, and he was like, it's because of the woke left. And then
Tangled
he was like,
came out way before Shazam.
No, I'm saying when Zachary Levi was still relevant as an actor before he went crazy and became a far-right weirdo, he said that he didn't want anybody to play his character from Tangled in live action except for him because it's his character.
He's
and
too
I was
old
like,
now.
You're 40.
Yeah, you're too old, bro.
That's creepy,
you can't
man.
do that.
You just want to play it with a young woman on screen because you're a weirdo, you creep.
He is a creep.
I don't know if that's true.
He's
allegedly.
like, I'm going to play a boy again.
I love playing boys. All right, let's talk about this. Speaking of boys, let's talk about the boy Chris Pratt.
How about this, Kevin?
Do you love the idea of AI being our judge, juror, and executioner?
I mean,
but it's Rebecca Ferguson.
I watched Psycho-Pass. Like, I've seen it.
It's
It's a phenomenal anime. It's absolutely great. Yeah. It's got a handsome protagonist. Could get murdered by the strong female protagonist at any point. Great. Yeah. Phenomenal. We already got it. Why would we need an AI movie where that happens? Like, people could just go watch Psycho-Pass, which is great.
Why? What do you... Okay, so for those that don't know, there's this trailer called Mercy, and it's got Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson, and the plot is pretty simple. In the future, AI it's AI, and now AI is our judge, juror, and executioner, and Chris Pratt has 90 minutes to prove that he didn't kill his wife.
First off, this is going to be longer than 90 minutes. In the trailer, the AI says that there are like some politicians voted for AI to be the new justice system, basically, like to be judge, juror, executioner. And Rebecca Ferguson is explaining. First off, full disclosure, I will watch this movie for Rebecca Ferguson, not for anything else, just for Rebecca Ferguson because she is phenomenal. Okay.
Yeah.
So probably gonna see it, probably gonna hate it, but like. The trailer gives the fucking plot twist away. Well, yeah, Chris Pratt works for Paul Rudd, and the politicians voted for AI to be the thing, and he's the first guy to be judged. And then, Paul Rudd's the bad guy.
Yeah,
we already know.
He's a police. Yeah, Chris Pratt's a police officer who helped create the AI.
Paul Rudd's gonna be. Yeah, he's the bad guy, and you know he's getting framed. You know he's getting framed. This
course.
is just Total Recall. You know?
No, it's Death Race.
It's fucking so many movies that we've already seen. And, like, even just watching the trailer, I was like, oh, there's the bad guy. Got it. Paul Rudd. Yep. Good job, Paul. You know what? Paul Rudd and ScarJo going off and playing villains. Good for you guys. You've entered your villain era. I've been playing nothing but villains this year in theater, and I got to tell you, it's a fun time.
That's true.
Yep.
You know, yeah, I don't have any. Obviously, I don't really have a lot of thoughts about this. I want to bring it up because these are the kind of movies with these plots
that are written by AI.
That just
about AI.
They just make me, and I feel like saying they make me mad is a little bit like too extreme, but like they do, because I feel like, and I'll talk about this a little bit in Tron Ares later, but like when a great example is Megan 2.0. Mathregan. That movie ends.
We skipped, right? Did you see it?
Oh, I skipped it.
Okay.
I haven't even seen the first one. That doesn't interest me. And it doesn't look good. And I know I watched some reviews about it, and like it has a very pro AI message at the end. And I'm like, why are we doing this?
Don't do this.
Don't. Yeah.
You know what? Let's skip to some good news. Do you finish your thought?
You know what, Kevin?
And then I have good news about AI.
Oh, I was going to say my last bit of news is good news. Why don't you tell me your AI news, and I'll tell you your last bit of regular news.
Okay, well, my last bit of news, because, like, first off, we're going to go see that movie for Rebecca Ferguson. We agree?
Dude, I'm imagining that she walked out of the silo and just became AI, so.
Yeah. All right, cool. So
there's a reference for you.
That's what we're seeing.
Yeah.
But, okay, so DC Comics at New York Comic Con during their panel announced that they will not now nor never use AI-driven storylines or artwork, which was fucking... Hold on.
Yep. Give him a clap, Kevin.
Good job. Hold on.
Yep.
Good job. For now. We'll check back in on you, DC.
Next year, we'll see where you're at.
Yeah, like, essentially, I feel like that any statement anyone gives based on... And this, I'm not going to fucking rant. I swear to God, I'm not going to rant on this. Any statement that a big company that owns intellectual property gives, like DC, like Marvel, like fucking Sony, like any, it is contingent on the fact that they are not later bought out and completely, like, soul-sucked by private equity. Right? Like, that's... Yep. Like I feel like, you know, the Scooby-Doo meme. I feel like we're gonna just get to the point where we're like, why does everything suck so bad? And we're just gonna pull a mask off and be like, private equity, it was you the whole time. And they're gonna be like, and I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you fucking woke leftists.
And then it's like, oh wait, I did get away with it, and they get up and walk away.
Oh yeah. No, and then they shoot us.
And then they go bam.
And Rebecca Ferguson comes in and cleans up the mess as AI. and makes a Diane
janitor.
Keaton reference.
Diane Weist infection.
Oh my God!
All right, let's finish this off with some good news before we talk about a movie.
What's the good news?
Okay. Overall, what did you think of Alien Earth?
It was good.
Just like, yeah, out of 10, what would you give it?
7. Solid 7.
Oh.
Solid
okay,
7. Definitely leaning toward good. I feel like on a rewatch that might go up.
I think on a rewatch it might go up for me as well. So here's some cool news. Sigourney Weaver read 50 pages of an Alien sequel that picks up and does justice, in her words, to Ripley's storyline. She might be coming back, separate from the Alien Romulus sequel, to a true blue Alien 3 with Sigourney Weaver like they were going to do years ago.
Whoa. Well, it would be
which would completely get rid of Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection.
Okay. So, a retcon.
A retcon.
Whoa.
Baby.
I like that.
Me too.
That's cool.
Good news, right?
That is cool. Okay. Even if you're and it's not like they're saying this movie never existed. Like Alien 3, sure, it fucking exists.
Yeah,
go
okay.
ahead, enjoy it. Right? Do you
it.
love it? Good. No one's gonna stop you.
Yeah.
Do you love Alien 4 Resurrection?
I don't.
Are you? I'm speaking to you right now, Alan. Are you the guy who loves Alien 4 Resurrection, Alan? Good. No one's stopping you. But for the rest of us, retcon, please.
So here's
You hear me, Alan?
Couple extra bits on this that I think are important to highlight. One, this is from the writer. I can't remember if it's the writer or the producer from the original. So it's someone that's been with the franchise the entire time.
Okay.
So someone Sigourney Weaver trusts and likes.
Yeah.
Two, this isn't a guaranteed thing. She just read the pages. They're still talking to Disney about even making this movie. So it's not a guaranteed thing yet. I want to make sure I put that out there too.
Okay.
This isn't like guaranteed to happen.
Still might be bought out by private equity. We don't know.
You never know.
You don't
and
know.
The third thing that I think is the most fascinating and interesting about this is with Alien Earth finishing, we've got Predator Begins coming out. We've got Alien Romulus 2. We know that Noah Hawley, and I talked about this before, but Noah Hawley has said that his idea with Alien Earth is that it would eventually catch up to the first Alien movie, which means there is the potential and the possibility that events that happen in Alien Earth could kind of tie in to this new Alien sequel with Ripley. So we could see some of the things we've seen on Earth kind of tie into it, which to me would be very interesting.
So they could do like 2 time jumps, get up to it. Cool. Yeah.
Or just set something up in Alien Earth before this movie comes out that then picks up in that one, you know?
That's all good news. I'm so sorry. I have the giggles this morning. I don't know why.
Okay.
I can't. Everything we talk about, I'm just like, this is funny.
Well, most of this news is bad, so we need to laugh at it. And the movie we're going to talk about is also bad, so we need to laugh at it.
That's great. What is the movie we're talking about? Odie Matthews of the movies?
Did you see it?
No. No, I watched your review of it.
No.
Odie Matthews of the movies.
Yeah. Let's see. I actually want to check something.
Odie Matthews at the movies.
Cool. Look, sometimes when we agree to see movies and then something happens where one of us can't, whether it be, we intentionally don't want to see it, like you, or we're really busy and we can't.
I'll be honest, I didn't want to see this.
There are times where I'm like, man, I wish we could reverse roles and you were the one that saw it and I didn't.
Because,
Tron Ares. Let's talk about this. First off.
Yeah.
It's going to open to around 35 to 40 million, which is actually below Tron Legacy's opening weekend.
Of course it is.
Tron Ares also had a budget of $180 million, allegedly. We don't know the exact numbers. So the general rule is you double that for marketing. So we could probably say this movie had a $300 million budget at least, which is the highest in the franchise. Legacy had a $170 million budget. But Legacy also went on to make $400 million overall.
Legacy also was notably a good movie. Yeah, not
yes.
great, but good.
Yeah. So Legacy pretty much broke even. Maybe it made a little bit of money, which is why we never got the follow-up to Legacy, which would have had Cillian Murphy and Garrett Hudlin's Sam Flynn and Edward Dillinger come back and pick up where that
And it would have been great.
Probably. So Tron Ares. Let me just go ahead and summarize. I wrote a lot of notes about this movie because I made a Magnum mini review for it. So I have a lot of thoughts. But first, Kevin, I want to quickly, if I may, in one breath, summarize the plot of this. Look, if you saw the trailer, you know what happens in this movie. If you care about spoilers, don't listen. But honestly, there's nothing in this movie that I can spoil that's going to make you go, what? Yeah, it's not. There's no needle drop. So spoilers in general, garbage. I did not enjoy this movie. That's my ranking. And that's mainly because of Jared Leto. I fucking hate that dude. He sucks. He sucks so hard.
He's such a weirdo.
He sucks.
He's like rich weirdo just doing rich weirdo things, and it just so happens a lot of those rich weirdo things involve putting a spotlight on himself, you know?
Yeah, and it sucks too, and I'm just going to say this here. He's the reason this movie got made. He's a big fan of the original Tron, and he's a producer on this, and he pushed to get it made. And honestly, like, once I learned that, this movie just looks even more like a vanity project for him.
It is a vanity project for him.
So here's the plot.
Hit me.
And if you don't remember things from Tron Legacy and the first Tron, sorry.
No, I'll give it to you right now.
Yeah, do it.
First Tron, there's a guy who's named after a famous bank robber and prison escapee who has developed a computer program that eventually becomes sentient. Pretty relevant. And then Jeff Bridges has to go inside because he actually just gets sucked up into the computer, and then like a really bad computer world plot unfolds with cutting edge special effects for its day that helped to pioneer and influence
100%.
a lot of things for the future, which is what really made everybody love it in the first place. I don't think there's no one sitting back at home that's like, I watched Tron for the plot, like
it's so good.
But like, so then Tron Legacy comes out, and what a great title for it, because that's what it is. It's a legacy piece that brings Jeff Bridges back, ties some more world development to the original film, while also looking absolutely beautiful the entire time. I remember the digital like snowflakes and seeing that in theaters on like a giant screen in 3D. I was like, this is what 3D movies were supposed to be.
100%.
Phenomenal, really good plot, but a lot of bad third act, like real quick. Let's tighten up this plot hole, So it kind of falls on its face a little bit, which just makes it a good movie, not a great movie. But then everybody from it survives so that they can be in this new Jared Leto vanity project, right?
The only person that actually technically did die was Jeff Bridges in Legacy. The original Kevin Flynn died at the end of Legacy.
But then how's Jeff Bridges back in
We're gonna
this
talk
one,
about
Odie?
it, Kevin. So here's the plot rundown that I summarized this myself.
Okay.
Sam Flynn, Kevin Flynn's son from Legacy,
Yeah.
we find out in the opening credits he left Incom for mysterious reasons, and that's it. That's all we know about him. Fuck him. We don't need him. We don't need him.
He's gone.
We don't need him.
Yeah. We couldn't get him.
So he picked
for the movie.
He picked these. He picked two sisters to be in charge. Eve, played by Greta Lee, who is the like main antagonist or
protagonist.
She's like protagonist. Thank you. She's the good guy in this.
Okay, protagonist.
She's the good guy.
Yeah.
And then her sister, dead sister, who died off screen before the movie started.
Whoa.
So yeah, that doesn't matter.
Wait,
but
but she's in charge.
Eve and her sister were put in charge of Incom, and then her sister died before this movie started.
Died off screen.
Yep. And
Does
that
she
sister,
ever even show up in the movie?
Like once in a like a video where she's like, "Hey sis, do good in the world, and I love you," and she's like, "I will."
That's
sister.
so fucking lame. Just don't write the part in.
Yep.
All right, keep going.
At the same time, Dillinger Systems has been taken over by the original villain from the first Tron, Ed Dillinger's grandson, Julian. Now, you might be asking, what about Cillian Murphy's character? Because his name was also Edward Dillinger,
What
and he was the
about
son of Ed
Cillian
Dillinger.
Murphy's character?
What about him, Kevin?
Yeah.
We don't know. He's not mentioned. Instead, we get Elizabeth Dillinger, who is the daughter of Ed Dillinger from the first one, and she has a son named Julian, played by Evan Peters, and he has taken over Dillinger Systems, and he is after a thing called the Permanence Code, which is also what Incom is after, and that allows programs from the grid to stay in our world permanently, because currently they can only last in our world for 29 minutes before turning to dust. Now, Julian wants to use this Permanence Code to make things from the grid to sell weapons, aka Ares, the best military soldier that has ever existed. And Eve, our other character, wants to use the Permanence Code to make things that are good for the world, like trees and fruit, and help with diseases, and make the world a better place, because that's what she was going to do with her sister, because, spoiler alert, Eve, she's not happy making video games for Incom. She wants to make a difference in the world. So her original plan was to find the Permanence Code, hand it over to Incom, let them decide to do with it, and then she was going to go on her merry way and do something else until she changed her mind so she can do good in the world. And also her sister died of cancer. The movie picks up with Julian
I feel like I know less about this movie than I did before you started talking about it.
So Julian hacks Incom with Ares to get the Permanence Code because he knows that Eve found it. And from there, he basically just makes a lot of bad, evil, corporate, greedy decisions to get the code from Eve, while Eve runs around and befriends an AI known as Jared fucking Leto. Now, you asked me to come up with the things I liked about this movie before I went into the very long list of things that I didn't like.
What is likable about any of this?
Sorry, I needed to breathe for a second.
What is likable about any of this?
Okay, first up, the visuals. I compare this, and I know you didn't have this movie experience. The visuals of this movie in 2025, after a lot of not so great looking movies, or movies that have moments that look really great and moments that don't look that great.
Okay.
The visuals of seeing this movie, and I didn't even see it in IMAX, I compared it to seeing Avatar: The Blue People back in 2012, being like, wow, look at these effects. This is groundbreaking, right?
To which I've always said to you, just watch Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within, which came out before Avatar and was somehow better.
Well, I'm saying the visuals in Avatar, I mean, the motion capture and stuff, like, that's pretty impressive.
Yep.
And honestly, Final Fantasy doesn't count because it's anime, and anime, get the shit out of here. I'm kidding. I'm Marlon Wayans. I'm pretending to be him because remember he
stare
insulted.
through your soul.
Dude, I've been watching so much anime.
Good. Good.
So yeah, every shot in this movie, which I don't think I've been able to say this about a movie in a long time. Every shot in this movie, it looks so fucking good. Like, Jesus, this is a good-looking movie.
Good.
Breathtaking. Secondly, 9 Inch Nails. No notes.
Oh,
just
yeah.
Fucking crushed it.
Trent Reznor.
If anything, and I actually got this comment on my review on YouTube, this is basically a very long 9 Inch Nails music video, and in that sense, pretty good. Also, Evan Peters is great in this. I think he's the standout performance. I think he does a fantastic job at being a greedy little shitbag CEO who doesn't listen to his mom and just wants to prove himself and doesn't listen to anybody and has an ego. I think he does a really good job.
Cool. Is that it?
There's a moment in this movie where they go to an original Tron grid.
Okay.
And we get it looks like the 1982 light cycle, but it's got like a little bit of polish to it, so it still looks like a 1980. Like it looks like it did in 1982,
but it's like retro future.
I kind of like that moment. I thought it was pretty cool. It lasts for like 30 seconds. I thought that moment was pretty good.
Okay. Cool.
And then the last thing that I liked about this movie was nope, that's it. Okay.
Okay.
Moving on to things I didn't like.
That's it. Wait, okay, so garbage, bad, fun, good, or great. You said garbage, right?
I think it's garbage.
Okay, cool. I'm glad I didn't see it. Look, and the thing is, if I would have seen it, it would have been at like fucking 10:10 last night after I got out of Eurydice, and I would have like been in the theater until fucking midnight, and I would have left the theater mad. And instead, I had a very nice night hanging out with some theater people and embracing my community, you know? So like,
there you go.
Yeah, it was
much
better than Tron. Much better than Jared Leto.
I will say that on my review in the comment section and just seeing reviews in general across YouTube, this movie is not everybody feels the way I do. Not everybody thinks this movie is even bad. I've gotten comments of people saying that how much they liked this movie, how much they enjoyed it, how much they thought it was a good addition to like the whole Tron universe. What I think is interesting about that, Max, why do you open my door all the time, buddy? Hold on.
Puppy time.
Yeah. One of the things that I think is interesting about this, and this is going to kind of be the main point that I'm going to also talk about. Some people are like, well, what this sets up for the next movie gives the chance for people like Sam Flynn and Cora, who is Olivia Wilde's character from Legacy. They're like, oh, it gives them a chance. And Cillian Murphy gives all these characters that weren't in this one, that were written off or disappeared off screen, it gives them a chance to come back in the fourth one.
So just write the next one.
Well, that's the thing. My whole response to that is just, why didn't you just put them in this one then?
Yeah.
Because there's no reason to create all these new characters that we don't have connections to. We learn pretty much everything about their backstories in the opening credits through like news clips.
Yeah.
That's how we, because like there's a news clip that's like Sam Flynn mysteriously resigns from Incom and appoints Eve and her dead sister as CEO or whatever. You know, it's like,
yeah.
I said this in my review, I hate when a movie ditches all of the original characters for new ones and goes, well, here's your new characters you're supposed to like. Fuck everything else you saw beforehand.
Yeah.
And if Sam Flynn or Kevin Flynn or Cora or Cillian Murphy or any of those characters had played even a small role besides being in like pictures or being name dropped in the intro, maybe it would have been better. But I think ultimately when it comes to this movie, my thought is you could replace Eve with Sam. You could replace Ares with fucking anybody other than Jared Leto and replace Julian with Cillian Murphy. And you could pretty much keep the plot the same of, you know, Dillinger trying to get the code to make military weapons, Sam doing it to make the world a better place. And honestly, even if this movie played out the exact same way, but those characters were the ones from Legacy, I would have liked this probably a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the thing is, like, if someone's argument is like, think about what it sets up, it's like you didn't have to though. Like,
no,
what
you
you're
didn't.
essentially saying is like this unnecessary vanity project of Jared Leto's, who is executive producer on this, didn't actually need to exist because now I understand what this universe could be. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're actually not making a case for this movie. If that's your logic, you have not made a case for this film.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about Jared Leto first because
I mean, you've talked about a lot of stuff already. Now you're getting into Jared Leto.
Well, yeah, sorry.
Right.
I have a lot of thoughts. Okay. First off, I saw some people kind of get a little upset the fact that I was like, oh, he delivers all his lines like he just woke up. The thing about the Tron universe, and tell me what you think about this.
Okay.
The programs don't act like mindless, soulless, empty people.
Yeah.
They like in the first Tron.
They're living, breathing things. Like the whole idea was that they're personified. Yeah.
Right, and they look like the programs look like Kevin Flynn's program looks like Kevin Flynn.
Yeah.
Clue. He looks like I don't think that Jared Leto's performance of being like, I am looking for something I don't understand. Like his very flat and like soulless delivery. On the surface, I'm like, okay, well, I guess if you're a program that makes sense, but in the Tron universe, it doesn't because programs don't act like that.
Yeah.
And then we actually see that with other programs around him not acting like that. So I think his performance is just not – I don't like it. I don't think that the Ares character was thought out in a way that makes him – he's not likable.
Yeah.
Is the thing. Like he has a couple moments where he talks very computer-like, but then there's a moment where he's driving a car and like weaving out of traffic and he's casually talking about Depeche Mode. Golly, I can't speak.
Depeche Mode?
Yeah.
The 80s band Depeche Mode?
Well, like I said to you, Kevin, this movie also will be like, hey, remember the 80s? Remember how great the 80s are? You remember the 80s? 80s were way better than they are now. Remember the 80s? Everybody loves the 80s. Let's go talk back to the 80s. So, yeah, I think that I could talk about Jared Leto this entire episode about how much he sucks and how bad he is and, all of that. But you get it, right? Like, he sucks as a person. He's a bad actor. You get it.
Why doesn't he just, like, get his cult on his weird island in Greece to make a movie? Like, just do that, bro. Just do that.
Yeah.
And then you can watch it all together and love it and love each other and love the fact that you make it. You didn't have to do Tron. You don't have to do the next one either, buddy. Hey,
do Morbius
Jared,
2 instead.
Jared, get over here, buddy. Hey, come here. Sit down. Yeah. Yeah, I know. All right, cool. Yeah. Get your thumb out of your mouth. All right, you're a weirdo. Listen,
wash your hair.
You don't need to do any more Tron, okay? Yeah, this one was fine. And I'll tell you what, we're going to put it up on the fridge so everyone knows how proud we are that you made it. And then, no more Tron? Can you promise me? No, Jared, promise me no more Tron. No, don't go play with private equity. Fuck. He's gone.
Yep, he's gone. He's 30 Seconds to Mars.
I wish he was 30 Seconds to Mars.
I know. That was a good joke when you told me that on the phone.
Thanks.
So I think that the story overall is pretty flat. I think because really what happens in this is Eve, the sister who's still alive, finds the code at a research, like a little hut that her sister had put together in Alaska that Kevin Flynn once used, apparently. Which brings up more questions of like, I thought Kevin
Why
Flynn was
Alaska,
trapped.
dude?
Well, I thought he was trapped in the grid since the first one, but then he had a kid, and then he also wasn't in the grid all the time. And like, when did he go to Alaska and start researching this?
Also, the other
code?
thing is like, when they go to Alaska, if there's any modern technology there, it's like, no, that makes no sense. Like, why would it be now? Why would it be technology? Like, if there's anything beyond like a floppy disk fucking there,
They use floppy disks, Kevin.
Oh, God.
At the hut.
Hey, remember the 80s?
Remember the 80s?
Remember the 80s when it took you 5 minutes to print a picture? Remember that? Do you remember that? This movie about technology? Remember when technology was worse? Like,
remember?
Shut up.
So the movie opens with her in Alaska.
Yeah.
She finds the permanence code buried in, I think it was like the original something.
Yeah.
And they use a laser because everybody uses lasers.
God,
you see in the
laser.
trailer. They use a laser to make an orange tree. It doesn't disappear after 29 minutes. They hop on a private jet to fly back to unnamed city because I don't know what city it's in. It's not New York. And then that's when like Julian finds out that she has the code. And so what really happens from there is Dillinger just sends Ares every 29 minutes, whatever he can print. He sends it after Eve to get the code, and they disintegrate before they can. And then at one point, briefly, Eve ends up in the grid.
Yeah.
And then Ares rescues her. And there's that shot in the trailer where like the water's spitting up behind him on a speeder bike. That whole thing is pretty much what we get in the grid with Eve.
Okay, that's it.
There's 2 moments in the grid. There's one where a bunch of like soldiers with Ares fight other programs when Julian is hacking.
Okay.
Because it's one of those where he's hacking, but then it cuts to like inside the grid.
You get the classic moment of like, I just need 30 seconds. I'm a hacker extra. Oh, there's a firewall. I need 35 seconds. You know. Yeah.
But instead of so
insert GIF of cats slamming paws on keyboard.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I kind of want to like speed it up because it's a lot of cat and mouse.
I would appreciate if you did. I'm done.
Yeah, okay.
I was already done talking about this movie.
I'm not. So yeah, Ares chases Eve for the code. They have like a human connection moment. He rescues her from the grid because Dillinger was going to kill her for the code.
I understand what I was looking for this whole time. It's love. That's Jared Leto busting out into a 30 Seconds to Mars song. You know, he's like, it's love. You know, like, yeah, you know, like it turns into a 30 Seconds to Mars concert. Is that what he does?
Thank God he doesn't. So because you wanted to be done talking about this, but you won't let me finish talking about it.
Sorry.
Can I finish talking about this movie, Kevin? Please. So, I lost my train of thought. Ares. Oh yeah, the reason that Ares like becomes more human is because he watches videos of Eve and her sister.
Okay.
That's why that's why he's interested in being around longer. And it all
longer than 29 minutes. Oh, it's not the painful digital death you die every 29 minutes that motivates you.
No, it's because he wants to live forever.
It's because you saw humans interacting.
Yeah, well, what else do you think AI is going to do, Kevin?
This sucks.
Everything pushes forward with, Ares chases after Eve in the city with light cycles like we see in the trailer.
Again.
She goes into the grid. He decides to save her. They escape the grid, and then they escape the grid, and then they go back to Eve's HQ, and she's like, hey, the original code was found in like the original Tron game, so I'm going to send you into the original Tron grid, and you're going to get the code.
Oh, my God.
And that's where,
we get the 30-second.
we get the Jeff Bridges moment. Now, you asked me at the beginning, how is Jeff Bridges?
Original Tron.
How is Jeff Bridges alive in this if he died at the end of Legacy? Apparently, in the original Tron,
if you pay Jeff Bridges enough money, he'll just be in a Tron movie.
For the amount that he's in this movie, I'm like, they definitely paid him a lot.
Oh, for fucking sure.
He made a couple million.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Hey, you want to show up and be digital god for Jared Leto for 30 seconds?
Jeff
$2
Bridges
million.
is hands down. He is still, if not, besides Evan Peters, he is the best thing in terms of acting in this movie. He is so good at being like,
he's the dude.
Like, he literally at one point to Ares goes, right on, dude. Like, he's perfect. He's perfect. Oh, so God. He has like a program of himself or like a version of himself. It's like him, but not him, that lives in this original Tron grid. And Ares shows up, and Jeff Bridges is like a rogue program who's interested in living. And Ares is like, all I know is I have this feeling. And he says that. He goes, I have a feeling. And Jeff Bridges is like, all right, well, that's good enough for me. Here's this code that can change the world, and I'm going to give it to you, man. Peace out. And that's his whole scene. That's what he does.
So lame.
He talks to Ares, and then he gives him the code.
Okay.
And so Ares comes back into the real world with the code.
Being exasperated.
And this is the last like 20 minutes of the movie. All those trailers, all the things that were like the digital world's coming to us, and that big like ship flies out behind the skyscraper, and people are running around in the city. Yeah. That is what I thought this movie was going to have, like, in the middle of it, where it's going to be this big battle in the city and, like, all the tech was going to come in and stuff. That's the last 20 minutes, and all Eve does is run around the street for a little bit, and then some jets shoot at the big ship, and then it crashes, and then Jared Leto pops back up, and he fights an evil program for, like, 2 seconds, and then that's it. And then at the end of the movie, Jared Leto sends a postcard to Eve, and he's like, I'm out here in the world looking for people like me. And then he pulls out a picture of, guess who? Sam Flynn and Cora.
Oh.
Yeah, not his sister. Her sister's dead. And that's kind of it. The movie basically, this entire movie sets up another movie with the idea that Sam Flynn and Quora are out there, and Quora's a program in the real world, and now Ares is a program in the real world. But, Kevin, there's a post-credit scene. You want to know what happens in the post-credit scene?
What? You tell me. I mean, it'd be pointless not to tell me at this point. I've fucking weathered this explanation about Jared Leto. I don't know. It's better than Jared Leto still, but...
Evan Peters, right? His character at the end of the movie, his mom ends up getting killed by a program.
Mr. Dillinger himself.
His mom gets killed by a program because he tells another program named Athena and Ares, that she needs to retrieve the code by any means necessary. And when his mom tries to stop her, she kills his mom, because any means necessary, right?
Yeah. Because she doesn't have feelings.
Yeah, because she's a program.
Yeah.
And
she didn't watch footage of two sisters playing. So.
No, she didn't, unfortunately. She watched two people fighting, MMA style. She watched The Smashing Machine and was like, I'm going to fight everybody.
She watched old school footage of Chuck Liddell.
So
the Iceman.
Julian is obviously like, his plans keep failing because he's not getting the code.
Because he's Wile E. Coyote.
His whole thing is he's like, once I get this code and change the world, everyone will forgive me for destroying the city and sending rogue programs after people.
Yeah, so sure. Everyone will forgive you.
The cops come to his building, and he puts himself in the grid. Instead of getting arrested, he goes into the grid. And at the very end of the post-credits scene, his grandpa's disc pops up, and he grabs it, and he turns into his grandpa's character from the first one.
So it was him the whole time?
No, he's a bad guy now. I don't know. He's bad. He's in the grid and he's bad.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. So, bad guy in the grid. A good guy.
Not in the grid.
Yeah. Okay.
Problem solved. Movie over.
Yeah.
Cool. Look, that's a very like sporadic and haphazard like summary of this movie, because my brain has been rotted by it.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's just not. The thing is like, I understand why some people might like this, and I've read my comments, and some of them are very passionate. They're big Tron fans, and I like that people like this. Like, I think if you do enjoy this, that's totally fine. For me, I feel like the plot is one of those things where it's people run here so then we can get this bit of information, so then they can run here and we can get this bit of, it's just like they're constantly chasing the plot is what it feels like. And I don't like it when characters chase the plot. I like it when they move through the plot. But this is one of those movies where it's like, if she never found the permanence code, what would have happened? And if she had just not, like, at any point, Eve could have gone back to Alaska where she got the code and just got it again, because she lost it at one point. She when Ares was about to kidnap her, she like deletes the code. And I'm like, you could have just gone back and got it again. And like, also, they know that Dillinger's hacking them and coming after him, and nobody does anything about it. Like, they don't call the authorities or anything. It's just, I don't know. To me, it just felt like a vanity project that looked good.
Cool. I laid down. I got too exasperated. This was a lot. I feel like this movie wasn't needed. Look, if people like this movie, right? Like, if people like Tron, if people like movies like him or whatever, it's not our job to come and convince you why you should or shouldn't like something. You liking, like, anybody liking something is never going to stop me from not liking it, you know? Like, you know? Like, worst case scenario, I just go, oh, okay, well, that's fine. You know, but, like, best case scenario, I go, all right, I'll give it a rewatch because I trust your opinion, you know? But, like, it's never going to stop me from disliking it that you like it. But I hope that, like, us not liking stuff like this doesn't, like, feel like we're trying to stop people from enjoying it. Like, yeah, okay,
absolutely.
Cool.
You know,
also, people are clicking on your YouTube video with the fucking title before responding to you. I'm pretty sure you don't hide your feelings about things in the title. Like, you're not writing clickbait titles.
No, I said Tron Ares is pretty bad. That's the name of my video.
You're not writing clickbait titles. Like, you're writing a title that conveys, hey, this is the message, and I'm going to break it down a little bit more. And then people are watching it and going, if people are watching that and then going, I can't believe you've got this opinion. Like, okay.
Cool. Yeah, I already had a couple
Did you
of
not
those.
read? Like,
yeah.
Before you clicked on this, what were you doing? Like,
I think for me, there's a threshold of this. Like, I put a comment, I pinned my own comment where I was like, hey, this movie's divided. If you like it, please tell me why in a respectful way in the comments, you know? And
fuck that, Odie. And fuck you, man. Double skateboards. I'm out.
Oh, man. Oh, and you face planted. Cool, I'll keep going. I got one where this guy was like, and I think I sent you the screenshot of my comments. He was like, this movie, this is not the consensus. People like this movie. Your channel's going to fail. And I'm like, all right.
You didn't conform to the consensus. Your channel sucks. Like, and
it's funny to me because it's like, my threshold is a movie like Tron Ares. I'm not going to judge anybody that likes this because I think I'm not a Tron fan by any stretch. Like, I've seen Legacy twice and the first one once. Like, I think it's an interesting concept. It's a cool world, but I'm not like out here dedicated to this world. You know what I mean?
You're not like Alan.
No, I'm not like Alan. If people like
fucking
Tron, if people like Tron Ares, I will say like, I get it. Like, if you're a Tron fan, maybe there's things in this movie that I don't see that you do, right? And if you're not a Tron fan and you enjoyed the cyber, like adventure and you thought it was like fun or exciting or engaging or whatever, if you don't know that Jared Leto is a terrible person and you've never seen him act before and this is your first thing you see him in, maybe you would like him. That's all. Look, it's all fine, and I'm not going to judge you.
Maybe the hole in your capitalist heart is Tron shaped.
Maybe circle, triangle. But where my threshold ends is like, I'm not going to judge you for liking a movie like Tron Ares. But if you walk out of a movie like, what's a good example? If you walk out of the Minecraft movie and you're like, that was one of the best movies I've seen this year, you're an idiot. Sorry. Like, you're dumb. If you think the Minecraft movie is one of the best movies this year, like, I'm not going to judge you, but I'm going to judge you. Like, that's a different scale. It's a different level of movie. You know what I mean?
Well, everybody, art and content, I feel like we have to say now, are subjective, right? And so, like, some people are going to say, Odie, I'm sure I'm going to come across a child within the next year who's like, Minecraft's the best movie ever. And I'm going to go, aw, that's cute. You know? Like, Odie, I'm never going to judge anybody for their movie taste. Do you remember me telling you how much as a child I loved John Leguizamo's The Pest? I am in no position to judge anyone's sense of taste ever. I've been disqualified by my own admission. Like, and that's, you know, like if someone leaves Tron or the Minecraft movie and they're like, that was the best movie I've seen all year, I feel like if it's, first off, I probably don't know you. Like, 'cause I feel like if I know you and we interact at all, you're not going to tell me that. But like, also like, you know, if I do meet someone who's like that, I'm just going to ask why. I'm going to be like, why? Why do you say that? What is that? Like, not to justify it to me. I'm interested to hear why people think things like that, you know? But like, it's not. It's objectively, it's not based on, you know, like, it's not like there's hard rudimentary guides for what art and substance and content are, but like, we have an idea. You know?
Definitely. And as somebody who watches bad movies literally for fun, because I enjoy it.
And partially for a living. You got those YouTube checks coming in.
Hell yeah, brother. I think for me, like, and I get this, and this comes with the territory of YouTube, and to me, honestly, I just laugh at them now. People will come at me sometimes from some of the movies I talk about, like, this movie was actually incredible. Like, one person told me that I needed to go back to watching Marvel movies because I didn't like Cosmopolis, which is funny because I didn't even put Cosmopolis in one of my bad categories. I just said it was a weird movie.
Yeah.
And it cracks me up because, like, I joke about, like, if you said you like Minecraft movie is the best movie of the year, I think you're dumb. That's not even really true.
That's not true. If you think Cosmopolis is the best movie of the year, I think you're dumb.
Well, that means you're also back in 2012, which is weird. How did you get there?
Oh, not Cosmo. Oh, sorry. what's the one I was thinking?
Megalopolis.
There, thank you. I keep mixing those up.
Very easy to.
Yeah.
I think, like,
they're both
movies
super heady.
What I love about movies so much is that at the end of the day,
it's back and forth in YouTube comment sections.
It's a subjective. Everything about movies is subjective, whether or not you like them.
Yeah.
You know, and a great example of that is our episode last weekend. You took a lot more away from Smashing Machine than I did because the source material, the subject, the themes, the message all resonated with you more. And in your opinion, that made it a better movie. For me, because those themes didn't resonate as much, it wasn't as good of a movie because I saw other things that I didn't like with it because those things didn't stick out to me.
Yeah.
And whether it's Tron Ares, the Minecraft movie, the movie Him, or even Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, right? Like, it's all subjective on what you like.
Yeah.
And you are 100% in my YouTube comments or in our email, mysecretpoweris@gmail.com. You can defend and you can be passionate about any movie you want. My only thing, and where my switch flips to being, well, if you're rude about it, if you're mean about it, then don't expect me to be nice back. If you're going to be rude about telling me my opinion is wrong, I'm going to make fun of you because you're telling me that my opinion is wrong. And I think that when it comes to movies, telling somebody their opinion is wrong is silly because it's an opinion and it's a movie. And it's, at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, it doesn't. It's a movie. Yeah. It's something you watch in your own way on your own time.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you think it's better for engagement to engage with those negatively and uphold viewpoint versus, right? Or do you think it would be even more conducive to engagement to just ask them to elaborate more?
It depends.
Okay.
So I was thinking about this today, and I got this
just
really
today.
Funny. Yeah, well, when I was driving for my coffee and stuff, because I got a comment last night that really made me laugh.
Yeah,
and it
was like, I fucking love Steve's lava chicken.
You know what? Me too.
Yep.
Okay, here's what this comment says. It says, seems to not be consensus. Keep trying, but don't think you're gonna make it on here. Bud.
Oh, that's Alan. Yeah.
And so I responded, and I was just like, and I'm gonna kind of paraphrase some of this, but I was like, oh, so because my opinion is different, my channel is going to fail. And then I was like, damn, all my other videos must have been pure luck then, because I have some videos that got some pretty good views. And this person responded, your luck's going to run out. And
they said I've read they said
luck
good
runs
luck
out.
Can run out. Yeah, runs out.
Yeah. And so my response to this was, and this is my approach. Like, I was going to be nice, and I was going to be like, hey, like, you're allowed to have your own opinion. But this guy was like, oh, luck runs out. I was like, okay, fine, dude. You're going to be rude? I'm going to be rude back. Okay. So my comment back was basically, well, lucky for me, you don't like my content, so I don't have to worry about you commenting anymore. And also, if you're going to be rude, man, like, go all out. Like, go off, queen. Like, don't hold back. Like, if you're going to be rude, just be rude. Like, it's more fun that way. And then he responded because I was like, they responded, they completely changed their tone. They're like, keep doing your thing, brother. I hope you make it. And my response to that was, see?
Wow.
And my response was literally, see, was it hard? Was it that hard to not be rude for no reason?
What a fucking
Thanks for the encouragement.
turnaround.
Right? Like, so I realized today that my approach in the comments, if people are rude to me, I literally mom them. I'm like, really? Is that really what you're going to say? Is that what you want to say right now?
Well, you're
really?
a mom.
Like, yeah, I'm a dungeon mom. Everybody knows that.
Go ahead and tell everybody in public that next week.
I will.
I'm a dungeon
My
mom.
comments, the way I handle comments on YouTube is, for the most part, even if people are like mean or rude, I'll usually do like some kind of witty or joke back. I'll be like, oh, well, thanks for the engagement. I respond to as many comments as I can because it helps with engagement on the video. So even if people are rude or mean, for the most part, I'll just be like, hey, that's your opinion, and I appreciate you for sharing. Next time, maybe don't do it in a way that makes you sound like a dick.
Yeah.
Like I'll do stuff like that, but when people like that are like, your luck's gonna run out and stuff, I'm like, dude, man, I'm gonna have a good time with this.
Hell yeah.
Cool. But yeah, like, look, voice your opinion, be respectful about it. That's what I only ever ask on my channel. I don't care if you disagree with me. I encourage you to disagree with me because honestly, I personally like when somebody comes back and goes, well, actually, this is a reason why this movie is good. And I read it and I go, oh, hey, I didn't even think about that.
I do that to you in real time all the time.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing about me being a movie reviewer and someone who's passionate about movies and who picked looking at bad movies, but even with good ones or ones that aren't considered bad, like I'm
being friends with a pretentious artist.
Yeah. Matt Pfeiffer. I like when people go, well, actually, like, did you think about it this way, or what about this? And I like hearing opinions because it might affect mine, or it might make me go, oh, I'll consider that for next time.
Yeah.
I love that kind of feedback. I don't think that my reviews are the end all be all. I don't think my opinions are the end all be all. I'm most of the time when I watch these movies, I'm high as a kite. So like, yeah, like, what do you expect?
Hell yeah.
So
cool.
Yeah, that's what I've been at with it. So yeah, just be respectful, I think, is what it comes down to. Like, you can disagree about liking movies. If you love Tron Ares, hey, that's awesome. What did you like about it? Tell me. What did I miss? What did I misinterpret? Tell me.
Yeah.
Just be respectful.
Yep.
Anyways.
You
want to know what else I did this week, Kevin?
What?
I went to go see One Battle After Another again.
Oh, nice. How was
I was going to go
it
see Roof
the
Man.
second time?
Better. Even better.
Cool.
It's so
that means
fucking
it's
good.
a good movie. I need to see that.
It's so good. I can't stop thinking about it.
I built my own coffin and played Hades again.
Is that what you're laying in right now?
Oh, no. I'll get up. All right. That's what I did. I was way too busy for entertainment or content this week.
Content creation.
But yeah, I'm not too busy for this. Always make time for you.
I would hope so.
What time is it? Jesus Christ. All right. Yeah. No. So One Battle After Another, still a good movie.
Yeah.
The thing I wanted to touch on, because I was able to watch a little bit this week, is anime. Here's a little bit. So I'm going to play the anime segment news thing real quick. Ready? Here it is. From the NHK to the anime, we are Guru Taco. We gon' tackle talky topics like it was a tentacle attack. You best be backing up, you baka. Ain't no waka flocka flames. You lame as Yamcha when them Saiyans battle back. Okay, so anime obviously is the last medium to be bought out by private equity. Hasn't been touched yet. But stay the fuck away, Jared Leto and private equity.
Wait. Did you know about this though?
What?
That Crunchyroll partnered with an Israeli company for their subtitles.
That sucks so bad. Anyway,
yeah.
So that's bad news. Anime, so Marlon Wayans, very specifically, recently, one of the co-stars of him, said fuck anime when he found out that Demon Slayer did better than
his shitty movie.
Yeah, did better than the bad, weird commercial movie that they made. In theaters, but Demon Slayer, like, without any, it seems like he did this without any understanding of, like, what the culture is behind it, what the fan base is behind it. Like, I feel like he has this idea in his head that it's just, like, a bunch of, like, vague dweebs going to see a movie together instead of, like, a huge cultural phenomenon that's been going on for years and years. And his co-star, Tyreek Withers, said you can't do that, which was a really great response. But it shows, because Marlon Wayans is like in his 50s, 60s maybe?
I will look that up.
He's old, but like it just shows the age gap and like what people grew up with, like the big difference between those two is the understanding
53.
of, like, the big like difference between the two stars of that film is what they grew up with and their understanding of what anime culture is and can be, And this year has actually been an absolutely phenomenal year for anime, and also a year where we've gotten some pretty rough news. So let's start with the rough news. Frieren, the manga that turned into the cult classic anime. Well, not I would just call it classic anime at this point. Like award-winning anime, Frieren, about an elf who's over 1,000 years old, kind of just dealing with the fact that she ages much slower than everybody else, but then also like navigating a world full of magic and demons. The manga for that has been put on indefinite hiatus because of the writer's health, which is a bummer. We wish them well, and we hope that they come back and continue writing this beautiful, wonderful tearjerker of a masterpiece. Demon Slayer continues to smash box office records in anime and just film in general.
It's like at almost 500 million global box office, which is crazy.
Crushed it.
It might beat Superman if it keeps going.
I think it might. Because it still is going, and that's the thing about it. Part of the reason that like you don't get these numbers right away is because anime rolls out so differently from other films. Like other films just get like their national and international release dates, but anime gets like, here's this screening, and then also we're gonna do this, and then here's the actual rollout of it, and now you can go see it. And that's, I don't know why that happens exactly the way it does. I haven't really looked into it, but I do know that it happens slightly different from regular cinema. Not only that, a lot of times when you're getting an anime movie, it's especially one like, My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, Bungo Stray Dogs, Demon Slayer. It's off of
coming up.
Chainsaw Man. It's off of what's already been a popular anime show. So that also helps the rollout. But they're continuing to just smash records. So many people have so much love for Attack on Titan. One Piece, the live-action Season 2 is coming out next year. And not
One
only
Punch Man Season 3 is finally here after 10 years of waiting.
One Punch Man Season 3. And what's great about anime is, like, there seems to be not as much loss in fan base when, like, something gets delayed like that. So, like, One Punch Man coming out, people are only excited because everybody loves
Over the moon.
Yeah. So, like, all of these things are going on, and it just seems like it's a really cool year for anime itself without like us really having paid recognition to it yet. You've got Gachiakuta, you got Kaiju number 8, you've got Lord of Mysteries that came out this year. There's so many good. It's good.
I watched the first episode.
There's so many good anime that have come out this year, and this is on the back of a year that already had like Frieren, Dungeon Moshi, so like wonderful legacy sequels. And then if you're a deep anime nerd, there's the Bakemonogatari series is continuing, written by Nisio Isin. Like, and it's I think the thing that a lot of people don't get about anime is it's not that anime is the genre, anime is the medium. And like there are genres within it that all have their own fan bases, Like there's the shonen, there's the seinen, there's the slice of life, there's the murder mystery, even in anime, there's the murder mystery group, Like there's the edgelord fans, like there's the isekai group. There's all these subcultures, but they all seem to come together for some of the more beloved ones and just all go. Like everyone's like, oh, new My Hero Academia. Okay, we'll all go. Like, and so you get like this cultural cohesion that doesn't necessarily exist within other mediums the same way that it does within anime, because anime is still like this precious little thing that we love.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I couldn't say it better if I wanted to.
Thanks. That's what I get paid for.
Who's paying you? When I watch anime, I go through waves where it's like, I'll watch anime, like I'll catch up on everything over the course of like a couple months, and then I won't watch it for months. I kind of ebb and flow on it. Anime is great. Like you go see a lot of the movies in theaters. I have seen,
love them.
I see I think all but the first My Hero movies that came out in theaters. I've gone to Florida to watch it with my best friend Mark, who I got into anime. Yep. I introduced him to a lot of the anime that he likes now, and actually now he's shown me some new anime. So like,
which is great.
It's so funny because like, I think about Mark specifically. Like when I met him, there was no way I would have thought he would have been into anime. But then I showed him My Hero and a couple others, and now he's a dweeb with anime tattoos, just like me, and I love it. Right? Like it's great.
Hell yeah. proper otaku.
Proper.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like really, like I just wanted to kind of touch on some of the notes. Like we don't do like a formal anime segment. We're not an anime podcast, but I do have a love for that medium that I don't always bring to the podcast, although I'm constantly engaged with it. You know, Solo Leveling, Kagurabachi, even like when I get into like a niche one that I haven't seen, or rewatch a classic like Monster, or usually. I mean, yearly, I rewatch Lord of the Rings, and which is live action, it's not an anime. But then I almost always rewatch Samurai Champloo or Cowboy Bebop, which are written by Shinichiro Watanabe. And those are just like comfort foods for me as far as like art and expression go. And I love them. They help like ground me as a creative person to rewatch those because they're such wonderful masterpieces, and I couldn't recommend them enough. I feel like I should probably talk about anime more on this podcast.
Maybe one day we will.
I'm almost doing people a disservice by not bringing more to it, especially when I'm, I just got the new issue of Kagurabachi, which is an awesome anime revenge story about a son looking to kill all the people who ganged up to kill his dad. You know, like, it's fucking dope. Blue-Eyed Samurai crushed it. You know, Ghost of Tsushima will probably get an anime soon. Fucking Tron Ares should have been an anime. Like, one of our catchphrases on this podcast is should have been an anime. Because sometimes it really fucking should have.
100%.
Like Tron Ares.
I don't know
would
if that
have been
would
so
have made
much
it
better.
I don't know if that would have made it better, though.
No?
The plot is what's wrong with that movie, in my opinion.
I feel like, but then also, like, things can be more forgivable if they're in an animated medium sometimes.
That is also true.
Yeah.
Also true.
All right, cool. What's your jam this week, Odie? Let's move this thing along. Let's get on out of here. I'm going to go make another breakfast sandwich in a minute.
Dude, it's like lunchtime for you.
Yeah, and I'm going to eat breakfast. I'm an adult, and that is my adult decision. I can do whatever I want. You know what? Holy music.
I'm an adult.
And yay. It was brought unto them that they were adults, and their adult decisions could be made amongst themselves, for themselves. Amen.
Amen.
Crewmate Odie, what's your jam?
Yeah, bad time to yawn. I started listening to this new band that I found and discovered called The Pretty Wild. It's a female-led metal band.
Hell yeah.
That has an EP out currently that I closed my app. Oh, God, I'm
probably got sent your way because you were listening to Castle Rat.
No, actually, I was just kind of browsing some random metal playlists on YouTube and heard one of their songs and went to them and just kind of listened.
Hell yeah.
Their EP is called Paradox, and
love that.
Honestly,
very metal.
Just a great sound to them.
Cool.
I really like a lot of the songs. They're very a lot of their songs have feminist messages in them. They have a song called OnlyFans, and it's literally just about like how people only want women for their bodies and stuff, and like fuck those people. You know, like it's very metal in all their messaging.
Hell yeah.
Very good. Love it. Love them quite a lot. So I've been listening to them a lot on repeat. And then kind of a shared jam. You introduced me to XXYYXX. And I really, really dig that. And you told me to make sure that I tell you that has to be your jam.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that's my jam right now is The Pretty Wild. I had some other ones I was going to talk about, but I think I'm just going to save them.
Cool. My jam this week, I was on my way home from the first night of Eurydice Week 2, and it was a little late because we've been going to this. It's really cute. We go to this place. We're in like a small town in upstate New York, in this beautiful space, like performing this play and it's a straight play. It's not a musical, you know, for all of these like wonderful people like that are coming from Vermont and other like. To get to this town that we're doing this show in, if you're not from this town, you're driving at least like 30 minutes from any direction, like to get there. It's in the middle of nowhere. Like it could not be more like definition middle of nowhere town. And then on the way home, I have to drive 45 minutes to get home if I'm going home, and I didn't stay in the artist space this weekend because I was dog sitting, so. I'm on my way back home, and I don't know what hit. Actually, I do. I was a little bit high because I went to the depot after our performance at Hubbard Hall. There's like a train station that got converted into a bar called the Depot, and I'm walking in, and there's like this like college age kid outside, and he's smoking a joint, and I don't know that it's a joint until I walk by, and I just go, "That smells good," and the guy, he goes, "Yeah. You want a hit?" And I went, "Nah, thanks, man. I'm all good." And then I was like, and I stopped and I was like, "Actually, you know what? I do."
Boy.
And I went back and me and this kid, Avery, just like smoked a joint real quick. And then I went inside, and it turned out that the guy, and this is like the craziest thing. Like, I feel like I have to tell this story to get to my jam. There's a stand-up bass slide guitar blues duo where the age gap between the two performers is very clearly at least 20 years. Like, and I cannot, like, it's so hard to describe. And like the guy, his name's, I believe, Bill, I found out. I found out Bill, the guy playing slide guitar and singing blues and killing it, by the way, like absolutely fucking crushing it on guitar. Electric and slide. It was his weed that I was smoking outside, which is great. Like, just adds to the story. And then this other guy who clearly used to be in like a Boston punk band that has like a fucking scally hat on and like a ton of crazy old school punk tattoos is playing stand-up bass, and they're just crushing blues song after blues song after blues song, while all of these wonderful theater people are just like having a great time in a bar that decided to stay open late for us. And I'm like, this is like what life is all about, you know? And then on my way home, I was like, man, I really need something chill to just like keep this going. And for some reason, fucking XXYYXX from 2011,
12.
I think.
2012.
Yeah. Well, 2011, the first track got released off that EP.
The album. Sorry. I was
Future Garage was like, I don't know anybody who, like, what did I bring? Fantasy doom metal a couple weeks ago. Future Garage,
Love it.
from the early 20-teens, late 20-aughts, early 20-teens, was such a cool, like, interesting music style, and it's always like the perfect thing if you're just vibing and kind of doing something. So like, I turned on that song About You, which got sampled in a bunch of hip hop songs after that. And I just kind of jammed and drove. And I remember, like, I sent you the voice memo. I'm like, Odie, this has to be my jam this week. You cannot let me have any other jam because this is such a cool moment. And I've never mentioned that on the pod. I've never, like, gotten into Future Garage. But it was, like, a really cool style that was, like, it was mid-popular, you know? Like, it wasn't popular, but it was, like, a lot of people who were into EDM knew Future Garage. And you would, like, go to an EDM show and see a DJ, and then you'd go to the after party, and like someone would inevitably put on like someone would start mixing in Future Garage to the show, and like the vibe shifted when that happened, and it became more chill and conversational and like really happy. And so as I was listening to that, I was like, this is such a fucking jam, and I forgot all of those producers exist. So I kind of went on this little trip, but it all started with that. And then I also had the funny thought on the top of that, which was like, what if I'm saying the name wrong because it's XXYYXX? What if his name is just Chromosomes? Like, because that to me, it was like, but then I was like I'm like having this journey. I'm like, okay, you're high. Like this, like,
confirmed.
That's a high thought. But it was just the perfect little bit of ambiance. My other jam this week, a little more contemporary. Fuck me with my stupid genres. So progressive math rock / jazz rock ensemble, Strawberry Girls
Okay.
has decided, I don't know what prompted this, but they remade a single from their first album, which was also from like early 20-teens, like 2013, I think. But it's called Negro Soul. And they changed it to Neo Soul, and they have a couple featured artists on the track, and it is phenomenal. If you like Chon or Polyphia or Animals as Leaders or anyone in that progressive math rock space that's like no vocals, ton of guitar, really kind of playing around with time signatures and like riffing and stuff like that. Strawberry Girls is such a wonderful, sometimes chaotic, sometimes melodic blend of so many amazing things in that genre. I cannot recommend it enough. And that's my jam.
Nice.
And that's it, baby.
Cool.
And other than that, my jam is just like, my jam this week is like, go fucking be around community and like community, whatever your community is, and go spend some time with people and be grateful for it, because I've had such a wonderful time getting back into theater and connecting with amazing people and meeting new people and like just talking about like this show and a different show. And like last night, Matt, who's in the show playing one of the ensemble members, his friend Jenny came and she was like, I know all these people. And I was like, I know these people. And then we got into this bigger conversation about like, what's theater going to look like in, 5 to 10 years. But like, we all kept kind of settling to the fact that like the theater community seems to not ever die. Like the live performance community seems to like outlast everything, which is like,
there'll always be people that want to
amazing
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
also,
my jam is like, get out and do that. Like that's my jam.
I will say, if you're an introvert, don't worry about that. And if you don't like being around people, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
You can also like, we did like a sensory, like aware performance. I don't know what the actual term is for it, but it's like a sensory special performance for Eurydice, where like we dialed down some of the noise and like changed a couple light cues so that people who have sensory issues from being neurodivergent could come and enjoy it. It's really cool. It's such a wonderfully inclusive space, and I feel like it's like the Superman movie. It's just fucking punk rock to be there.
That's where my skateboard guy was probably heading, to your sensory showing.
Too bad that pole was in the way, baby.
Too bad.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to another episode of the UnPop podcast. Thank you for weathering this absurd existence with us. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about our mental health, subpoenas, or would like us to podcast live at your funeral, please remember to email mysecretpoweris@gmail.com. Check out our sister brother channel, Magnum Nopus. Art by FrankAce. Music by moi. See you later. I'm going to go get a Pumpernickel bagel, baby.
Ugh.
No, it's delicious.
Gross.
It's delicious.
Goodbye.